What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to this edition of the Linux Report. Canonical returning 32-bit Ubuntu Linux support after gaming uproar. 32-bit software should be functionally obsolete, but it turns out to live on a 64-bit computing world. So Canonical is putting 32-bit binary libraries back into its next Ubuntu Linux releases. At first glance, Canonical dropped support for 32-bit Ubuntu Linux binary libraries look to be interesting, the end of an era, but of no real importance. Then Canonical announced that beginning with October's Ubuntu 19.10 release, 32-bit computer support would be dropped, and both developers and users screamed their objections. Canonical listened and has changed course. Thanks to the huge amount of feedback this weekend from gamers, Ubuntu Studio, and the wine community, we will change our plan and build selected 32-bit i386 packages for Ubuntu 19.10 and 20.04 LTSs. There are few, if any, possible demanding new Linux versions for their unquote i386 PCs. Linux itself dropped support for the seminal 32-bit processor in 2012. At the time, Linus Torvalds bid 32-bit Linux goodbye, saying, "I'm not sentimental. Good riddance." So when Canonical stopped shipping 32-bit Linux ISOs a few years ago, it wasn't a big deal. Canonical didn't expect dropping the 32-bit libraries would cause much of a fuss either. Canonical stated after the Ubuntu 18.04 LTS released, we had extensive threads on the Ubuntu devel list, and also we consulted Valve in detail on the topic. None of those discussions raised the passions we've seen here. So we felt we've had significant consciousness for the move in Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. Thus, the Ubuntu engineering team concluded that we should not continue to carry i386 forward as an architecture, explained Steve Volan-Lasnik, a senior Ubuntu software developer. Coincidentally, i386 will not be included as an architecture for the 1910 release, and we will shortly begin the process of disabling it for the Eon series across Ubuntu infrastructure. If you really needed those libraries for a particular program, Canonical suggested you download and install them with the software packages such as Snap, which will include all the libraries needed for a particular program. And basically, as you've already heard people, as you all can see through pretty much here, you guys can stop and read this for yourselves. Basically, Steam and Wine is still going to be supported along with Ubuntu Studio in the next few Ubuntu releases. So that's the good news, that they are still supporting the Wine compatibility layer, Steam, and Ubuntu Studio. But anyway, people, that's it for this edition of the Linux Report. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and until next time, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later.